everyone, we are here because I had too much resin that I created. It's like a pinky with some mica powder in it. So I poured it in the edge of this mold I don't often use. So I decided we'd come back and do a bloom in the mold. I have about 5.5 ounces of JDiction Professional Series. It's in the rectangle bottle. It's a 1-to-1 resin, and I used to think this was really low viscosity, but this set has actually been pretty thick. So I'm up to 32 degrees Celsius. I'm going to put a little in this cup for my white. Then I'm going to pop this in the mold. I do have a bit of a lip where the resin needs to go down. And you want the resin to be done moving before you start your bloom. Because if the resin is still moving, then your bloom will move. And we don't want that. So I'm just trying to make an even, level field for my bloom. All right. So I'm just letting it move to where it needs to go. Let's go ahead and mix up our white. I am using Casting Craft today. I debated using Bloom because this is a thicker viscosity resin and it is getting kind of warm. I really like Bloom for that. But then I said, just go with the old standby you have in front of you. I'm going to put about 6 drops of this in here. And it does take a little bit for my first drop to come out, so bear with me. That's my first drop. It is kind of slow. I'm at 3. All right, we just need to get one more to come out. Come on. All right, that's good. I beat up this bottle and you would think it'd start coming out faster, but it's just not. All right, let's give it a good mix and see how it looks. Don't want it to be too much white in my resin because then it'll be too heavy and I'll get blobs. You also get blobs by putting just too much in. All right, let's see. We're going to try to go with the shape of this mold to create a cool bloom. Let's see how we're looking. It looks mixed pretty good, doesn't it? I see a little bubble there. With the thicker viscosity resin, you do tend to get more bubbles. So let's go ahead and try to coax them out. I do see some more over here. If you watch my videos, you know that I don't normally have to do that because I generally use more lower viscosity resins. But this, I really did get a good amount of bubbles. Let's see if we can talk them into coming to the top. Looks like they are. I'm just lifting them up, trying to convince them that they don't want to be here. All right, I think that's good enough for now. All right, so let's do our alcohol inks. Today I'm using Ranger inks, and I'm hoping I picked the right colors. Because I do want it to match, but I want it to be a little bit darker. So I'm thinking we're going to start the center of our bloom just in the center of the mold here. And I'm going to make kind of a big bloom. So let's just do it here. And I'm going to do 2 drops. I am going to put a lot of color, try to do a lot of bloom because I don't know that I'm going to be able to back it. I already have the resin pretty close to the top. I'm just opening these to the side because they get little crunchies on them. And I sprayed a little, didn't I? I want to have a good bit of color. Just in case I need to not back it. All right. And I'm just going to take and do a little, I use the thicker end of my dotting tool. Just swirling a little. Nothing fancy. All right, so let's put our white in our piping bag. I use 6-ounce cups, 8-inch piping bags. I dropped resin on my scissors again, so I'm hoping we don't have too difficult of a time cutting the tip off this bag. Now, anytime you have a longer mold, you just have to think, all right, my resin is going to pull towards the center. So that means my bloom is going to pull towards the center. Let's give that a, ooh, I'm going to do a tiny snip off of it. Oops, a little bit bigger than that. Let's see if that works. All right. All right, so I know that this is my center. So let's start, maybe not. Maybe we need a bigger little snip. Told you, these darn scissors just doesn't even want to cut. That's a little bigger. We'll see if this works. All right. So we're going to start here. I'm going to do some wiggles. Just wiggle it around a little. Looks like I might have put too much in that one spot. Sometimes I squeeze a little too hard. All right. Do I want to do any more or just leave it like that? All right, now, even though I squiggled, I'm still going to do some lines. I'm going to start in my perceived center. We did have a little blobby spot, didn't we? Let's see if I can find those blobby spots. All right. Now, on my last pull in, I'm going to do my spiral. All right, I think that's all I'm going to do. Hopefully I've put enough white that will get good coverage, put enough color so that it'll pull it and have a nice color. Then we'll come back. I may be able to put something on the back. I really hope I'm able to give it a dark color on the back, but we'll see how that goes. If I do put something on the back, then I'll bring you guys back for that part, because I may do something special, or I may not bring you back if I just do a solid color back, but we'll see what happens. All right, we'll be back. All right, we are back. I just backed this with resin dye paste and some resin. I had a little bit of room, so I decided to go with this. So we'll see how it looks. It's super shiny. You can see my camera in it. I was already thinking, I think my bloom came together too much in the center. We'll see. But I've got some tricks up my sleeve to hide that. All right. Oh, wow. I don't even think we need to. I think it looks gorgeous. We could always put something on it and then do another layer of resin. But I actually think that's absolutely gorgeous. It came out large with the petals on the outside like I like. So I'm not changing a thing. I think it's perfect. What do you think? Thanks for watching.